In 3 minutes, we're going to make you richer in retirement. I'm Jack Otter, editor of BARRON'S.com. I'm here with Brendan Conway, who writes our Focus on Funds blog. And that sounds like an infomercial, but it's not. We're just going to give 3 tips. I'm calling them Brendan's Rules of Rollovers. So many people move jobs these days. I mean, I think the average person now has 7 jobs in a career, which can mean 7 separate 401ks. It's wise in most cases to roll those over into an IRA, but there's a lot of pitfalls along the way. Let's start with number 1.
So Jack, the first thing to think about is ask yourself if you even need to roll it over, right? There'll be a lot of advisors out there who will urge you to do it, but you really do have to weigh the terms that your old 401k gives you versus what you could get in the new account.
Sure. I mean, for instance, Dow Jones, where we work, has a pretty good 401k. I worked here many years ago, and when I tried to roll it over, I asked various companies, can you do better than this? Can you give me a lower fee fund? Can you give me a lower fee account? Nobody could, so I just left it here. Turns out I ended up back here, so that worked out fine. But people need to push back a little bit when salesmen try to say, give me your assets. What are you going to do for me?
Yeah, and I mean, really, one of the only arguments in favor of it, at least to me, for the self-directed investor, the kind of person who maybe is watching this video, is you do get more flexibility in what you can choose to use in the IRA. But that, of course, requires you to take real ownership of it and to do your homework. And
that leads to point number 2.
Yeah, Jack, point number 2 is that really one of the only things that you can control are the fees that you pay. And so what you want to do really is, all else being equal, find products, find funds that charge you a low management fee, because that's money that you get to keep that otherwise a fund manager would be more than happy to have.
And we've said it before, but the tyranny of compounding is extraordinary. A couple of years worth of high fees won't really hurt you that bad, but over 20, 30 years, it can really hurt you because all the money that you're not making isn't being compounded into your retirement account. And finally, point number 3.
Point number 3 is view what you're doing in the context of everything you own and make sure that you diversify. It's really easy to collect, as you said, 7 or 8 different accounts and not pay attention to what the whole is.
In other words, all of your family's retirement assets, or really investing assets. But people think, oh, well, I like that fund, I like this fund, but you don't look at it that way. You look at it as all of your accounts together. Are you properly diversified across asset classes?
Exactly.
Thanks very much, Brendan.
Thanks, Jack.